only that he died just before 85. That's why you find for us it's not a problem. Like the NRM you're talking about. We had even agreed with Obote when we were fighting in 1979. Mwalimu invited me back to Dar es Salaam. I met with Obote, and we formed a joint committee of 7 people. Obote chairman, me vice, 3 members on our side, 4 members on Obote's side, but our side had a right of veto. We had agreed. But then Obote started doing other things. During the fighting of 85, 81, 85, we formed a common front with Professor Lule, a conservative of what they call conservatives. I don't know what they are conserving, of Mengo, but because of dealing with Obote, we agreed. And we made Lule our chairman. I was vice chairman. That's how Chigongo became first vice chairman, because me, I was then first vice chairman of Lule. Only that he died just before 85, 1 year before. Otherwise, he would have been our president when we took power 86. So with Kategaya and we who know what we are doing, it is politics of aims, of mission, not politics of myself, what, no. You should also, as you study what we did, study that also. So therefore, I want to thank John for reminding us, for bringing up this idea of getting together and using this occasion to educate these young people, to pass on the story to them. I want to thank her so much and all those that have helped her. Then when the politics started, there had been a party by I.K. Musazi, which was like national, Uganda National Congress. It was going to be like TANU in Tanzania, to unite all Ugandans. Because I.K. Musazi had been active in the farmers' movement and so on. But in 1954, some Catholic elite started the DP as a party of Catholics. Now that was the poison now. So this party of Catholics started undermining the Uganda National Congress. The one of Musazi, of Dr. Kununka, of Yokosofati Ngul, those were all UNC people. Now, 1960, the Protestants also formed another sectarian party called UPC. And then the Baganda formed Kabaka Yeka, the Baganda party for mainly Protestant Baganda. So with the youth, initially we were divided among those parties according to where our parents were. I was in DP, the Kategayas were in UPC, the boys in Uganda here who linked up with us later were in the Kabaka Yeka. But by 19 Because although I'm not a Catholic, there was also some local sectarianism in Ankole between the cattle keepers and the cultivators, like Rwanda type, Hutu, Tutsi. So that's how the cattle keepers, led by their chiefs who were just manipulating them, had formed an alliance with the Catholics. That's why DP was strong in Ankole. And they were really doing bad things. Damaging property, attacking people, abusing people, dividing people. Insecurity. In places like Uganda, you would get coffee being cut at night by rivals. They come and cut somebody's garden. So as we were in Ntare, by 1965, I remember very well, I got together with Eriya Kategaya and the other boys, and we said, this is rubbish. What these leaders are doing is very bad. I remember Kategaya telling me that the UPC leaders, because Kategaya was in UPC, and the UPC had been cheating elections. They were very good at cheating elections. Me, I didn't vote in 1962 because I was 18, I was approaching 18. But the voting that time was 21 years. Kategaya was not yet 21, like me. He was slightly older, but not 21. So he should not have voted. But Kategaya voted illegally, but also voted 8 times. This is what he confessed, like I himself has confessed all the things he stole and all that. So Kategaya also confessed later what they were doing. So I remember Kategaya telling me that their leaders had told them to go and cook. Cook was an old man, a former chief. Because of the antagonism they were creating among people, they would tell them, you go and Okhema. Okhema is to insult. Kuku. And Kategaya said, how can I insult Kuku? Kuku is like my parent. These people are wrong. So we started seeing the mistakes of UPC, DP, and Kabaka Yeka. That's really how NRM started, 1965. In the school, of course, we had school politics. Richard Kajika told you how I was his secretary in the Scripture Union. Kajika was president of the Scripture Union, and I was his secretary, not Scripture Union, Debating Society. Debating Society, 1963. That time, Kajika was in S5. We were in S3 ourselves that time. Then when we came to S5, I became the president of the debating club, and we had our local politics there. That's when we started forming this NRM really, fighting sectarianism, 1965. So therefore, Kategaya now becomes a pioneer in the politics of patriotism, of loving Uganda, of loving Africa. That's why you hear the boy is called Machel. Machel is the name of Samora Machel, because of his African outlook. Now we try to influence situations, but people were not listening, and it led to the collapse of 1971 when Amin came in. The day Amin came in, I came from Kireka where I was staying. I don't know where Kategaya was staying that time, but with the Rugundas and others, we met at Kanyomozi's house in Bugorobi about 5 o'clock. And we said we must fight Idi Amin. The decision was taken there in Kanyomozi's house. I was staying in Kireka with the Kajuka. Kajuka was also staying in Kireka. He was working in the bank. So I went back and told him to get me some money. Kajuka is the one, so he's part of the subversives. Because he's the one who got me money quickly, because this was 25th of January, the following year, 26th, after we took the decision to fight Amin, they decided that I go to Tanzania to link up with Mwalimu Nyerere. So the following day, 26th, I was busy getting money. I think Kejuka must have, the one who contributed some money. And then I went with 2 people from Kampala here to Mbarara, and I got 2 others there. On 27th evening, we entered Tanzania through Murongo and continued to Dar es Salaam. Started that war against Amin. Now Kategaya stayed here as our underground coordinator. 71, 72. Now, when you are organizing, you young people, you should understand the importance of appreciating different qualities of people. You hear that Kategaya was very active in the club, that club, some club there, Kampala Club and so on. Me, I have never belonged to any club. I was always either in the house or somewhere else fighting. But Kategaya in their club, they do a lot of networking. While me, I was also using another way of networking. When I came back 72, 71, Kategaya told me that he had linked up with Akana Pajok. Then Akana Pajok linked us up with a man called Jacob Okello, who was working in UDC. Now, these are people he met at the Uganda club. I don't think he knew Akana Pajok before. I didn't know him myself. When he linked up with Akana Pajok linked us up with the people of Atiak in Ugulu and the people of Awere. I think even Kasada the engineer, Kategaya may have linked with him at that club there. The one who linked us up with Mayuge and Busoga, engineer Kauruza Kasada. So when you are organizing, what Bishop himself was saying, the mission, anybody loyal to the mission should be welcome. Although there are different characteristics, this one likes socializing, this one is a loner. Let each one contribute according to his talents. Let everybody contribute. So you can see Kategaya had a different approach, but he brought in quite a lot of contacts which we didn't know. For us, we were starting from the school network, the ones we started with. But now you can see